On today's episode, Morgan Freeman loses his magic time traveling ring and Josh Hutcherson completely squanders it. I would have punched so many baristas in the face and then rewound time so that it never happened. Stupid baristas. They think they're so great just because they can make that little leaf with the foam. Anyway, we watched 57 Seconds today on Nothing Movies.
So, Kaz, you may recall a few episodes ago we had the great Bernard Cuffling on as our guest.
How can I forget?
Yeah, and you had your familiarity with them. I was a bit of a novice. I had just met the man that day. He was just a lovely, lovely gent. It turns out that both of my sisters have worked with him.
There you go.
Yeah, Allie in particular. Because after we record our episodes, I send them off to my sisters. They're like, hey, have a look. You know, that's the most promotion I do for our show. But I sent it off to my sisters to have a listen. And Allie was like, JJ, because that's her name for me. You do know that I was in that play, Women in Black, with Bernard.
Oh shit, she was in Woman in Black?
She was the titular Woman in Black.
Oh,
yeah.
Podcast exclusive.
Yeah, and she was like, how do you not remember him? And I was like, I don't know. I was there to see my sister and support my sister. I don't know who this fella is. But yeah, I caught some hell from my sister about that. So I'm acknowledging that, and I'm giving you an early Christmas gift, the opportunity to dunk on me and to point out something that I fucked up on.
Well, you know what? Return to sender, Jameson. I don't have the fortitude to dunk on anybody today. I'm just beaten down. Beaten down by life.
Oh no.
I'm gonna issue a challenge.
Oh, okay.
To us though. Because we're about to...
I think I know what this challenge is going to be.
We're about to talk about the great esteemed Morgan Freeman for about 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
My challenge is that neither of us...
We can't do the voice.
We can't do the voice.
We cannot do the voice.
It's really... It's bad optics, man. We got away with it once... when we kind of did a Danny Glover impression on that one episode like a million years ago.
Sure.
And I've just brought it up again, so now the internet's loose.
But you'll never know which episode. We'll never tell.
That's right, yeah.
You'll have to listen to our entire catalog.
Aha, that was my plan the entire time. No, Morgan Freeman has a very distinct voice that lots of people like to impersonate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's probably a good idea. And I just think it's like a personal challenge for us.
Sure. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with doing a Morgan Freeman impression. I think imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. And he's a lovely man. And I have great respect for him. I think just as like a fun little challenge for ourselves, all right, no Morgan Freeman impression.
Well, we're going to ultimately end up repeating dialogue that he says in this movie. And,
maybe I'll go
in other movies. So we just got to like source what our Morgan Freeman voice is.
We should switch it up to
Hello, how are you? I am Morgan Freeman.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Didn't you get the memo, Mr. Wayne? That's just what I'll do. I'll just do Dave Chappelle's white man voice.
Okay.
For Morgan Freeman.
And I'll go Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, but that's not going to get old. No. That's not going to get immediately old.
Yeah. And by the end, you'll be begging to do Morgan Freeman impressions.
But we've never gotten around to doing Owen Wilson yet. But I want to issue the same challenge if we ever
can't say
him.
wow.
We can't say wow once. We can't say it at all.
What happens if we're talking about World of Warcraft in that episode?
Well, then
we're fucked.
We got to say the entire thing.
Okay.
We got to say the full title.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to Nothing Movies.
And what we do here.
Where we ask the question, the fuck is this? It's the podcast where we go through an actor's filmography and choose the most anonymous and culturally untalked about movies that they've made and decide whether or not they have a certain something or if they're just a whole lot of northing. Did I say northing?
Yeah, you sure did. What the hell's going on?
I fucked up that. Okay,
hold on. We're not scrapping the intro.
Hold on.
Oh, it's a bit. It's one of your legendary bits.
What did we? I should have paid attention to what we were saying.
I'm gonna go Mickey Mouse with my Morgan Freeman impression.
All right, that's not gonna get old. That's not gonna get old at all.
By the end, you'll be begging for a Morgan Freeman impression.
Oh, right. Yeah,
all our listeners are probably wondering if they're having a stroke right now.
We've never done Owen Wilson on this show.
World of Warcraft.
I'll put my magic ring away. Yes, today we are talking about...
Damn. Our dumbest bit, perhaps. so far.
But it's gleamed from an incredibly dumb bit in this movie that we watched.
Yeah.
2023's 57 seconds.
Oh, yes.
Which is the amount of time it took for me to forget the plot of this movie. Let me share something with you.
Yeah.
I was going over the notes that I took,
Mm-hmm.
like 20 minutes before you arrived. I was just
Sure.
going over here, like trying to remind myself of the plot of this movie that I watched 2 nights ago. And I get to the very end, and I just have a note that says, "Smashes ring, robot face glows." And I was just staring at that. I'm all like, robot face glows?
Is that a thing that happened?
What? Robot face? And
Rewind.
Then, and then I fucking remembered.
Mhm.
Morgan Freeman in this movie has like a robot butler.
A robot friend of
who is like
an enigmatic robot friend that, well, we'll get into it.
yeah, this is like a bald, robed person of indeterminate gender who has like jewels all over their face.
Yeah.
And in this one moment when the magic ring is smashed, their face glows, and it's like, I guess something happened here.
It's just like some extra from the Far Off Future scene from Cloud Atlas.
But it's like I thought about it, and I'm like, why didn't I remember that? And it occurred
because
to
the
me,
rest of the movie happened before that.
But it also occurred to me, no one ever explains who that is.
Nope.
He's just kind of around.
Yep.
I think he has a name eventually. I'm calling him Robot Butler, but I was just all like, I forgot all about that guy.
Yeah.
Whoever he was.
He came just as mysteriously, or he left us as mysteriously as he arrived.
But Morgan Freeman,
Yeah.
he's the man.
Yeah, and he's in this movie. Do we say the name of the movie?
Yeah, 57 seconds.
57 seconds.
I said it 57 seconds ago.
Oh, feels like a lifetime ago.
This movie should have been called Magic Ring. I don't know. Yeah, we had a couple of Morgan Freeman movies that are streaming to choose from, and we chose this one. Why did we choose this one? Because time travel was involved.
I insisted on doing it because I thought we could poke holes at like the fun time travel system that they have set up for it. We absolutely can and will, but
no, this science is as rock solid. It's
yeah,
it's like.
Tight as a drum.
Someone's done a TED talk about this. Like, this is all. Yeah. I don't know. Anything's fucking possible in this hellscape that we're currently living in right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought this just looked like, it's going to be like an action thriller done on the cheap. It looked like something like back in the mid 2000s or whatever, where there would be like Shia LaBeouf and Eagle Eye. I thought it'd be like kind of on par with that. Like
it looked like an action thriller because the poster has Josh Hutcherson holding a gun.
Yeah,
something that I'm not sure he does in the movie.
Oh yeah, when he goes to get the combination to the safe.
When he shoots a woman.
Yeah,
in the lap.
In that comedic funny bit.
But he's not like shooting terrorists or anything like that. He like shoots an unarmed woman and then rewinds time so that he doesn't do it.
I was thinking we should cover this because like it looked like an action movie, it looked like a sci-fi movie, and I thought like, okay, we watched enough po-faced dramas lately, and enough.
Is that what we've been doing?
I don't know. It feels like it. I just think, no, we'll watch something a little more high octane, and then I watched this, and Jesus Christ, you can stretch the 57 seconds of this movie to like the course of an hour and a half.
I don't mind a po-faced drama because the delightful energy of Jack Black as a panda always makes me smile. So, it's good. It's good. But you're right. It's correct. It's correct that we're branching out.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Morgan Freeman?
Love the guy.
One of our finest actors.
He absolutely. But which era of Morgan Freeman are we specifically talking about? He's been around forever.
He's been around for so long. He is bordering on one of those actors that I feel, much like James Cromwell, I feel has like always been old. Yeah. But then you go back and you watch like something from him from like the 80s and it's like, no, he was like a lithe young man.
Not a wrinkle to be found on that man.
It's wild. But he still has like the Morgan Freeman gravitas, which I feel like that's the key word, man. No one does gravitas harder than Morgan.
He played
Freeman.
God, for God's sake.
A couple times.
Yeah.
For his sake.
Mm-hmm.
In classic movies that everyone remembers and loves.
Right around the time where I really think he was just collecting paychecks.
Well, I mean, you could argue that's it right now. Look, the man's very old. He's 88.
I love late career Morgan Freeman where he's playing all these like tech guru CEOs, and he's like the kind of guy who has to call on his grandkids to help figure out the TV remote.
He's always playing like an authority figure
Yes.
on something. He's always like an expert.
Yes.
On whatever's going on.
Mysterious genius.
Like, I was going through his... We don't need to go over all of his movies,
No.
because he's been in so goddamn many of them, but I was going over his filmography, and I was reminded that in the same year, he was in both Lucy and Transcendence. And I'm like, goddamn, that's like the exact same role he played in both of those movies. Like,
he wore the same costume on the two different sets.
Science Man.
Yeah.
Who is here to explain this bullshit science that this movie is laying out for us. And that's along the lines of what 57 Seconds has him do.
But you know what? Like, he's fucking earned his stripes for doing that. Go right ahead, Morgan Freeman. You have nothing to answer for.
Yeah, I mean, there's this interesting period now where, like, you would think, like, our most, like, respected, venerated actors would just, like, enjoy their golden years and, like, be very selective about, like, the movies that they choose to be in.
Yeah,
but, like, you see Morgan Freeman, you see Anthony Hopkins in these straight-to-streaming bullshit fucking things, and it's all like, do you guys need more money? And you do wonder, it's just like, do they just love to work? I think they just like working. I think they like going to a set. I think they like talking to people. I think they like being of use. What else do they know?
People of their age, yes, I'm sure they like keeping their minds occupied. I don't want to get super ageist.
They don't think about, like, the slow drip of time that's coming right around the corner from them.
Finding out, like, the latest TikTok trends and what the youth are saying these days. But I do have to figure that it's also relatively easy. A lot of these flicks look like they're shot in their own backyards. Like, not literally, but, like, Burbank. They don't have to go too far. It's like a quick drive.
I mean, I saw... This has nothing
to do with... It's
a
a quick senior shuttle.
This has nothing to do with Morgan Freeman, but I saw this movie earlier this year called Locked. Where Bill Skarsgård plays a car thief who breaks into, like, this high-tech car, and then it turns out it's a trap from a devious criminal game maker played by Anthony Hopkins. The entire thing was shot in downtown Vancouver. So you say this thing was, like, shot in their backyard. That's literally shot in our backyard.
Yep.
Like the majority of the movie took place in the empty lot across the street from the Nestor's Market downtown. Like, it's like, I watched this movie and it's all like a block away from there is like a ramen place that I really like going to.
Yeah.
And it's weird seeing fucking Anthony Hopkins in this shit. But it's like, sir, like, you played Hannibal Lecter. You don't have to do this. But I think they just like doing it. I think they like being in movies.
And getting out of the house.
You know what? That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Getting out of the house. Because what are they going to do? Play... racquetball,
Sudoku puzzles,
canasta. I don't know what canasta is, but I know old people play it.
You know what? One day we're gonna find out.
Oh God, not if I can help it.
I'm gonna stay young forever.
Aha! No, that's not my plan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Morgan Freeman's career. So, of course, he has some appearances in some movies, and he has a long stage career. But I think for most people, they know that his first big break, of course, was in the TV show The Electric Company.
Hey, you guys. Which is a show that was before my time, but I know that's the thing that they say in that. It was
Did they say that? I thought that was The Goonies.
No, that was Sloth from The Goonies, which I think he was.
I think he definitely watched the Electric Company.
Yeah, but yeah, The Electric Company was a 1970s version of Sesame Street or something, right?
Well,
it was like a kids' variety show?
It was parallel to Sesame Street.
Okay.
It was happening at the same time as Sesame Street. I never watched it. It was never on growing up, so I can't really speak. I just know some things about it. I know Morgan Freeman was on it. I know Bill Cosby was on it. I know Spider-Man was on it. Those are the three things that I know.
That's always a trip, just watching like this 70s public access kid show or whatever, and just seeing like a guy in a shitty Spider-Man leotard talking to Morgan Freeman at a baseball game or something.
Now listen here, you. The rule book clearly states that no spectators or walls are allowed on the field of play. So I'm throwing you out of the ballpark and take that ball with you. Lucky I didn't slap him with a $50 fine. I can be pretty stupid when I want to be.
I feel felt like the Spider-Man segments were like animated things, and he would like climb up the wall, and then he got to the top of the building, and like the number 8 was there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like 8 spiders have 8 legs. I don't know.
Count them. 1, 2,
I'm just
3.
guessing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bill Cosby would make chocolate pudding, and he'd be all like, "Turn your head for a second," and then he'd put pills in the chocolate.
Okay.
See, I can do a Bill Cosby impression because he's a bad man.
Oh.
That negates the racism.
Oh, I see.
That's how it works.
Okay, okay, fine. I didn't know you made the rules on this sort of thing. But
I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
Sounds like you maybe got in trouble for something like this once, and you're trying to correct the record. But okay, Kaz, if you say so.
It's not racist if they're bad people. You heard it first. That's a Nothing Movies exclusive. His first movie of any credit has a real Kirk Van Houten name to it. It's called Who Says I Can't Ride a Rainbow?
Oh my fucking God.
You might be surprised to learn that came out in the year of 1971.
Oh my God, I can see the cover for the book.
It's both a quote and has an exclamation mark and a pound sign in the title.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
It's a very busy title.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yes, but he plays a character named Afro. I wonder what his visage looks like.
He's bald.
Yes, it's an ironic name, yeah. And then he's in a smattering of movies. He's in a pretty good Robert Redford movie called Brubaker, where Robert Redford plays the warden of a prison. It's basically the plot of Undercover Boss before they made Undercover Boss, because he's the the warden of a prison, but he goes undercover as an inmate to try and find out why his prison isn't any good.
Yep.
And he makes friends with the prisoners. And Morgan Freeman has one scene in that where he's like a guy who's been in solitary for too long. He kind of freaks out a bit. And like, yeah, that's like young Morgan Freeman who's just like oozing sexuality, and it just really shocked me to see him with like a full head of hair, not a gray hair touching that visage.
That's wow, that's amazing to consider.
And only like a normal amount of freckles. He has gotten freckly with every year. Every time the sun goes around the earth, Morgan Freeman gains another freckle.
It's like when you chop down a tree and count the rings.
Yeah. So his first Oscar nomination is in the 1987 film Street Smart, where he plays a pimp named Fast Black.
Okay, I just confused that in my head with Mean Streets. The Scorsese one.
That was much earlier, but Street Smart was a passion project from Christopher Reeve, who wanted to break out of the Superman visage that everyone was looking at. So it's kind of like a grittier, tougher movie. He plays like a investigative journalist who falls afoul of this violent pimp played by Morgan Freeman, and that got him enough notices that it got him his first Oscar nomination. His second one came a couple of years later in the much derided Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah.
Which is, look, it's just, at the time, I'm sure it was perfectly fine. It's just a movie that has aged so poorly that it's kind of hard to take it seriously now. I think it works maybe a little bit better as a stage show, but also just the optics of it are weird.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I don't know if I should put this out, but when
Too late. It's on mic now. You got to tell the story.
I'll probably cut this. My grandmother, when she was alive, whenever she would need rides somewhere, she would always refer to that action as driving Miss Daisy, as in like, "Hey Jameson, can you drive me to the store? You'll be driving Miss Daisy." And I had to just like hold my tongue and be like,
you were Morgan Freeman.
I was Morgan Freeman,
yes.
honing that impression that I won't be able to do. But yeah, I had to like hold my tongue and be like, "Grandma, the old lady in that movie was a bit of a racist, eh?"
Yeah, but by the end of the movie, they're best friends, so it all worked out.
Yeah,
it all worked out, and
okay.
that's
racism was solved forever.
And racism was solved forever until it got bad again, and then the movie Green Book was released, and then racism has never been a problem again. 2 movies that cost Spike Lee an Oscar for Best Picture. But anyway, I feel like that weirdly is Driving Miss Daisy's legacy these days, is that it's the movie that won Best Picture instead of Do the Right Thing, which wasn't even nominated for Best Picture. That's its cultural legacy.
Did Spike Lee storm out of the theater when that happened?
Probably. He storms out of a lot of things. It's his one move. Also in the same year he does Driving Miss Daisy, he's in the pretty good film Glory, Another movie with weird racial politics, because of course it's about the Civil War, Black Battalion, but it's led by Matthew Broderick. That film got Denzel Washington his first Oscar, and Morgan Freeman's in that as well. He's in a movie that I really like, Lean on Me. Where he plays the principal of the school.
That's a real good movie.
I love his dressing down of the teaching staff, and I've never forgotten. I've always seen that movie one time, but I've never forgotten that, where he's dressing down the team, and he's like, their GPA average is like a 2.5. That means they can't read! And it's like, it's great. He never yells that much. It's a great yelling performance from Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, but
he's just all like, great, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired.
Gives the
Put the chains on the door.
Gives the dressing down to all the teachers. He gives tough love to the kids because they need it. Yeah, that's a great flick.
Yeah. Then 1991, he's in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, who later parodied by Isaac Hayes in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's a Morgan Freeman impression I can do. I fight for Robin Hood!
His accent was noticeably better than Kevin Costner's in that one. 1992, he's in Clint Eastwood's Unforgiven, playing part of the posse in that. Started a long career working with Clint Eastwood. He directs his only movie in 1993, a film that's called Bofa.
Bofa. Oh.
What are you laughing at? Now, before you say anything, this is a movie about the apartheid.
Oh.
So maybe be respectful about what you're about to say.
Okay, well. Just fill in the joke here, my folks. Yeah.
I don't know. What does Bofa mean? What were you gonna say, you little rapscallion?
Maybe it'll just come up organically now that it's been hyped up a little too much.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna maybe needle you and see if I can get a Bofa out of you before.
Bofa these nuts!
That was a horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
The very next year, he gets his first Best Actor nomination for a movie that, even though it's several decades away, it's still probably one of his most iconic roles. Of course, I'm talking about The Shawshank Redemption.
A movie that I'm confident everyone has seen.
Oh, of course.
That's a great flick, yeah.
It was number one on IMDb's top 250 list for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's still you point at non-movie going people on the street and say, what's your favorite movie? There's a 4 out of 5 chance that they'll say Shawshank Redemption.
It's a great flick. And this is don't get me wrong on this, because Morgan Freeman, he deserves all the accolades in the world because he's a terrific actor and he's just a class act all the way. But I think that no matter what his career kind of entails, he will always get a free pass because he was Red in Shawshank Redemption.
Morgan Freeman has a free pass for life, man. I mean, he can make 12 57-second sequels, man, and it's all no, you did Shawshank, you did $1 Million Baby, you did the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good, man. You're fine.
But I have to think that Shawshank is sort of the first one people gravitate towards.
Sure, definitely. I mean, I definitely feel that was the next stage of his career. I mean, Shawshank was the movie that proved that he could be a leading man, because after that comes the era of Morgan Freeman leading man, whereas before he was somewhat more of a character actor playing the more supporting
I mean, hell, he could play Irish. That was for
damn sure. And this is the interesting thing, because in Stephen King's original novella, Red is a white Irish man, and it's just on the strength of Morgan Freeman's acting ability that the makers of that movie just said,
this is way better.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
And it makes that maybe I'm Irish thing land as a better, it's an actual joke.
And it was just should we change the character details? It's no, it's
Fuck
fine.
No.
He can play whatever. Yeah. And it's just to the strength, because that really is a co-lead movie.
Yeah.
But Freeman is the one that gets the nomination over Tim Robbins, and both of
rightfully
them,
so.
Both of them are great in it, but I think that's it. It's a terrific feather in his cap that he was able to not only get nominated for that, but also as a lead actor, whereas nowadays you could easily see him getting shunted into supporting.
Yeah.
But
or get the and.
Or get the and, yes, indeed, yeah. 1995, he's in David Fincher's Seven.
I love that fucking movie.
I mean, it's so fucking good.
I'm sure I forget if we like went into super detail about it when we did the Brad Pitt episode, but holy fuck, Seven's a great movie. And to this day, I'm still torn about like how that movie should have ended, because it really sets up Morgan Freeman as this one good cop kind of beaten down by the world. He's never once fired his gun in the line of duty. And then, it comes down to, do you let Kevin Spacey enact his master plan by having Brad Pitt kill him, or do you have Morgan Freeman kill Kevin Spacey to like sort of rob him of like his grand master plan victory?
They definitely flirted with that being the ending of the movie. And I may be misremembering it, but they might have even filmed it both ways.
I think they filmed a storyboard and had sound to it, but they never filmed it.
I think it's such a satisfying ending.
It works so well on its own. I think I would have preferred that alternate ending, but like that's such a great moody thriller. I love Seven.
Just constantly raining. Like just living in like an unnamed city that's just never not raining.
Yeah.
The wind's just pissing.
And it's not Vancouver for fucking once.
No, for once. Also in the same year as Seven, he does a movie that I still have never seen, also with Kevin Spacey, Outbreak. Where the monkey spreads the virus.
Oh yeah, I remember we watched that in science class one time, and it was just one of those
weird fucking movies we ended up watching in school, huh?
Yeah,
like,
for the teachers to nurse a hangover or
but
whatever.
It's just like you're not learning anything from Outbreak.
Learning jack shit from that movie.
It's just like sometimes monkeys have diseases.
It was that or Contagion or whatever that we watched like in high school, and just like, oh yeah, that would be fucking terrifying. Well, good thing I'll never have to live through something like that.
Good thing we don't never have to. We never have to worry about this again. It was a pangolin, as it turns out. It wasn't a monkey at all. 1997, he gets sort of an abandoned franchise, but he does get two movies out of it. 1997's Kiss the Girls, where he plays Detective Alex Cross. Don't cross him. Where Ashley Judd escapes from a serial killer and tries to track him down. That eventually got a sequel in 2001 with Along Came a Spider.
Oh, wow. I had no idea, but I saw like the trailer for that first one on Netflix, and I was like, I'll put this on my watch list. And then a year and a half went by, and it left Netflix. And
it's a perfectly serviceable 90s thriller. Like, you can just put it on and just, like, glaze out. But I will say, both of those movies have a twist villain, and in both cases, it's the most obvious twist villain at all. All you have to do is look at the cast.
Gotcha.
And then they did try to reboot... I don't know if you remember, they did try to reboot Alex Cross about a decade ago, and of course they did like the natural recasting for Morgan Freeman. They replaced him with Tyler Perry.
You know what? Like I thought the name Alex Cross sounded familiar, and I was trying to
don't cross him.
Yeah,
which was the tagline. Which that will never not be funny to me. Alex Cross, don't cross him. 1998, he plays the president of the United States for the first time in Deep Impact, the other meteor is about to kill us movie.
Yep.
If not. I'm sure there's examples of it happening before, but I think one of the canonical first black presidents in film.
Maybe. Yeah.
I didn't do enough research on that, but like it definitely felt like a big deal that Morgan Freeman was playing the president.
That was probably in the era where like whenever there was a black president, they always had to drop that it was the first ever black president.
Yes. And then jumping ahead a bit, as you mentioned, in 2003, he does play God in Bruce Almighty.
That came in 2003?
Yeah.
Oh.
Still a long ass time ago, bro. But like a movie that definitely exists.
Yeah.
But like if you point a gun on my head and say like, tell me one joke that happens in Bruce Almighty, I'll be able to say, well, Steve Carell goes blah 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 blah. It's like, all right, tell me another joke. I'm like, I got nothing. You're gonna have to shoot me. I got nothing, man.
He makes Jennifer Aniston's boobs a little bigger.
I'm slapping my thigh.
Though that was around the era where I first kind of clued into Jim Carrey, thinking, oh man, he's still doing this kind of shtick, eh?
Yeah, I mean, like, Jim Carrey ultimately burned out, and that's why he doesn't really work all that much outside of Sonic the Hedgehog anymore, because that gives him the money. And also, they let him do whatever he wants to do in those movies.
But that was like the height of comedy for a while, and like I saw a bit of it not too long ago, and I was like, oof, what were we thinking back then?
Well, they were definitely thinking, you know what, this will absolutely justify a sequel, because a few years later,
We got Evan Almighty, when Jim Carrey didn't even bother to show up. And it's all like, hey, Steve Carell's breaking out. Let's take this minor character from the first movie, and like, I guess we can't follow the same plot of the first movie. Why don't we just have him do Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
And it was the most expensive comedy ever made, and it's a film that absolutely no one thinks of.
Didn't they say that like the two warning signs for any actor is if you have to play opposite kids or animals, and then that one fucking Steve Carell has to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2003, he's in a terrible movie that I really kind of enjoy, Dreamcatcher. You ever see that? Stephen King's Dreamcatcher. He's back with Stephen King, but the results are not as good. Dreamcatcher is like four buddies go to a cabin in the woods, and there's like an alien outbreak, and he plays like an evil army general with crazy eyebrows.
Okay.
Like, they just give him like the most nutso eyebrows in that movie. But that's a fun one. 2004, he finally gets his Oscar, his only Oscar, for supporting for $1 Million Baby, where he plays Clint Eastwood's old boxing ring man or whatever. It just, again, gravitas personified. I feel like, I mean, it's not his best performance, but if they're going to give him an Oscar for anything,
it was a long overdue.
I guess so. I mean, like, that's really just a make-up Oscar for Shawshank Redemption
for sure.
more than anything. It's like, I don't know, I haven't seen $1 Million Baby in forever. I really can't think of anything.
It's depressing as shit.
I just remember... All I remember about him is that Anthony Mackie beats the crap out of Jay Baruchel. Yeah, those two people are in that movie. And then Morgan Freeman puts one glove on, and Anthony Mackie's like, "What's up, old man?" And Morgan Freeman just knocks him the fuck out, and he goes, "Get a job, punk." And that's all. I don't remember anything else he does in the movie, but I guess he earned the Oscar for that. The very next year, he plays Lucius Fox for the first time in Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins.
Yeah, I remember taking my dad to see Batman Begins. And he doesn't really follow like movie news and like reviews and casting announcements and stuff like that. So we're watching Batman Begins, and like he's really into it because he likes grounded superhero stuff like that. And when Morgan Freeman popped up, like, because the way that Christopher Nolan movie has it, there's like no setup to everything.
Yeah.
He just sort of appears in the scene.
They just walk on the screen.
Yeah. When Morgan Freeman appeared, my dad noticed me, went like, "Oh."
If you don't know Morgan Freeman's in a movie, his sudden appearance will shock you.
Yeah, he told me this after the movie. Yeah, like halfway through that movie, it was so grounded and took itself really seriously. I thought, like, this seems like the sort of thing that Morgan Freeman would be in. And then lo and behold, Morgan Freeman just shows up. But he's good in that.
I mean, he
who else could play fucking Lucius Fox?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like Lucius Fox was such a minor character within like the DC universe until the Christopher Nolan movies. Like, he definitely got like a bump in the comics
he was
thanks to Morgan Freeman.
I mean, yeah, all those kind of tertiary characters from like the superhero's secret identity, like, yeah, they're usually just like in one or two minor appearances. But yeah, you got to explain how fucking Batman gets all his stuff.
Christopher Nolan and whoever else wrote the screenplay and everything were like definitely thinking it's all like, we definitely need like a Q, like we need like a tech guy or whatever. And it's all like,
Batman has one of those in the Pantheon. Yeah, he's got a supporting character like that. Great, what's he look like? Oh,
there we go. Yeah, easy. Yeah, he gets less and less to do as the movies go on, but in Batman Begins, certainly, like he gets like that great back and forth with Rutger Hauer.
Yeah,
where he gets fired and then he gets.
Didn't you get the memo?
Didn't you get the memo?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So fun.
Oh, I love that.
What a great final line. I love
that.
Yeah.
The other one is like, "Hey, Mr. Wayne, if you don't want to tell anyone what you're doing, I won't lie for you, but don't think of me as an idiot." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, Morgan Freeman."
What's that over there? Oh, the tumbler? Oh, you wouldn't be interested.
Okay, now we're reciting
Batman. I just want to watch Batman Begins.
All right,
All right, moving on. He's in an awesome movie with Jet Li called Unleashed. Did you ever see that?
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, where Jet Li plays like Bob Hoskins, like attack dog. Like he's like this like orphan that like Bob Hoskins is like raised from like a kid, and now he just like he just like walks him around on like a leash, and he uses him to like beat up people, and then he gets separated from Bob Hoskins, and Morgan Freeman of course plays a blind piano tuner, and him and his adopted daughter like take in Jet Li, and it's the first love he's ever known. That's a good movie. I gotta rewatch that sometime. And then it's just like, it's such a random list of movies.
Oh yeah,
like Lucky Number 11, Gone Baby Gone. He's pretty good in that.
Yeah,
he's the police chief. The Bucket List. Him and Jack Nicholson going around, going to Egypt and riding motorcycles.
Collecting paychecks.
That movie's a fucking piece of shit. Wanted. He plays like the head of the agency in Wanted.
The bad guys are named the Shmoo or something. Yeah.
The Shmoo?
I think so. The Shmoo.
I just remember there's like a loom. There's like the loom of fate where it's like that's how they find out where things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Because there's a big ass loom. And because of that, they somehow can curve bullets.
It's the dumbest fuck movie.
What else? Oh, he plays Nelson Mandela
Yeah.
for Clint Eastwood in Invictus, which is like the joke about that movie, of course, is that like
who else would you get to play Nelson Mandela?
But also, it took forever for them to do a Nelson Mandela movie, and then finally the announcement is that Clint Eastwood is directing a Nelson Mandela movie with his old friend Morgan Freeman. Great. What's it about? Rugby. It's like, okay, did nothing else happen to Nelson Mandela? It's like, no.
Not that Clinton Eastwood's aware of.
He got out of prison, and then he said, let's have a rugby game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why people don't talk about Invictus all that much.
You just know Morgan Freeman had a meeting with Nelson Mandela, and that must have been like a fascinating afternoon. Just like learn the mannerisms and everything, and then asked him like, so this rugby movie that Clint's making here, you all right with that? And
Nelson's all like, I'm fine. I was literally in prison.
Yeah, not the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I might be misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure Nelson Mandela handpicked Morgan Freeman to play him because, again,
yeah,
he's all like Lucius Fox. I love that movie. I'm also not doing a Nelson and Mandela impression because that's very close to a Morgan Freeman impression. So I don't want to fall into
you hear that, ADL? Get off our backs.
He's in Olympus Has Fallen, and
and
it's two subsequent sequels where he starts that franchise as the Speaker of the House, and by the third movie, he has graduated to playing the President of the United States. Yes,
that's how that works.
That's how that works.
You
start
put in the work,
and then eventually you become the President of the United States.
You show up to work every day.
Here's another franchise that he's in, with the third just hitting theaters this last weekend. Now You See Me.
Oh man,
magicians are doing things and they're stealing jewels.
Holy shit! I hated that first movie. I didn't see the second one, and I didn't even know they were making a third one. I didn't see the press release. I didn't see any trailer for it or any promotion for it. And then I was just like browsing Rotten Tomatoes or something one day, and there it was Now You See Me 3, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god! They're really going. They're only doing it because they're just now doing the Now You Don't title for it.
This is the thing that pisses me off with this is they drop the ball so hugely with that. It's like the first movie's called Now You See Me. It's like, let's make a sequel. It's like, great, so it's called Now You Don't. It's like, no, Now You See Me Too. It's like, okay, well I guess we won't do that. We're making a third movie. Now we're calling it Now You Don't. It's all like, no, you fucked up. You missed it. You missed your shot. You can't do that anymore. You made a choice.
Especially since like the second one, like I don't know if it bombed, but it was like it tanked critically.
I don't think I think there are people who like those movies and they don't care about what the critics say, and I don't think it matters. I think they just like.
But why?
Magic?
Why do they like
magic? I have no idea. I have no idea who the audience for those fucking movies are.
People like seeing Isla Fisher's legs.
I guess Isla Fisher's not even in the second one.
Oh.
She's in the third one.
Okay.
They replaced her with Lizzie Kaplan for the second one, and then this third one she's back, and it's all like, are they going to explain where Lizzie Kaplan went?
She disappeared. It's magic.
Oh, she was gone for an entire movie. What else? He's pretty good in the Lego Movie. He's pretty funny in that.
Yeah.
He has a weirdly large role in Ted 2, where he plays the judge that's overseeing the court case of whether or not Ted should have rights because he's like a sentient being. Ted 2 goes to some weird places.
They did that in an episode of Star Trek TNG.
That's probably where Seth MacFarlane saw it.
Probably.
Yeah, he's in the Ben-Hur remake that no one remembers.
Oh, he is? Oh, come on, Morgan.
He owns a bunch of slaves in that.
Oh, come on, Morgan.
Come on, Morgan. And then from like 2019 to 2000 to like today, just like a bunch of like straight to Prime Video.
I bet.
Like fucking nonsense.
Like fucking 57 seconds looks
57 seconds. The last time I was at my dad's house, we were just browsing Prime Video, and I said, like, let's watch a movie. Put on anything you want. And my dad just said, let's watch this. And it was this movie called The Ritual Killer, with Morgan Freeman and Cole Hauser. And it's absolute fucking garbage, but it's just like, this is what he does now. Yeah, I mean, like his highest esteemed movie of like the past 5 years, unfortunately, is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. That's like the one movie he made that actually made it to movie theaters in the past 5 years, man.
I mean, I get it probably won't happen, but like, there's always some kind of danger of actors tarnishing their legacy, appearing in such schlock. Don't you think?
It depends on it depends on where he decides to stop.
I guess so.
Because like a contemporary and frequent co-star of Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine.
Yeah.
He announced a while back that he was retired, that he wasn't doing anything, and like his final movie was this little British film called The Great Escaper, where he plays a pensioner. Where he's all like, "I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna go to
that's your Michael Caine.
See my old army buddies. How's it going, old Michael? Hold on, I'll get it. Hello, I'm Michael Caine. How's it going? I was in the Muppet movie. What? And it's like, look, it's not like an amazing movie, but it's like a perfectly respectable way to bow out.
Yeah.
And then for like 2 years, he said, like, that's it. I'm retired. I'm going to fade off into the sunset. And earlier this year, I read a press report that said Michael Caine is coming out of retirement. He's reprising his role for Vin Diesel's The Last Witch Hunter 2.
Oh, whoa.
I bet you forgot that he was in The Last Witch Hunter. But apparently, Vin Diesel wrote a screenplay that was just undeniable. And I guess that's going to be Michael Caine's last movie now. If he survives that long.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I will say that good on Morgan Freeman for deciding to still continue to show up on set at his age, doing all this work. I read today, in fact, that he is taking all these AI companies to task for using actor likenesses and voice model stuff. So he refuses to do that. He's
lawyered up.
Yeah, you want to have those Morgan Freeman pipes? Like, no. You get the real deal, and then he's taking that gift to the grave with him.
Yep, you gotta do it the hard way.
Mad respect, Mr. Freeman.
You gotta do it the hard way. You gotta learn how to do the impression that we are not going to do.
Unless you're willing to pay a dump truck full of money for me to check my morals at the door and do a Morgan Freeman impression.
Also, we'd just like to state for the record that we don't license either of our voices for AI.
Nope.
This is our written statement, and you can take that to the bank.
That's like right. This is gonna hold up in court.
That's a legally binding thing. If I'm listening to something and it's my voice, I can't afford a lawyer, but I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah. Fuck, there's enough audio of us on the internet now where someone could absolutely do.
And that's our fault.
Yeah, but don't.
We put it there.
But please don't. Thank you.
That'll stop it.
that'll there.
Also, Morgan Freeman's on a TV show right now. I forgot to mention.
Oh?
He's on like that. He's on, speaking of Prime Video, he's on Lioness, which is like a CIA show with Nicole Kidman.
Jesus Christ, talk about phoning it in.
Yeah. But he's on like 30 episodes of that. So it's like, I don't know. TV is such a wasteland right now.
He got his fucking Oscars like 30 years ago or whatever. Like, he has nothing left to prove. No. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants.
He's coasting.
Yeah.
And good for him.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. Well, let's talk about this piece of shit. 57 seconds.
Place where he didn't peak here.
We'll take a little break, and then when we come back, we'll tell you all about Morgan Freeman's magic ring and his robot butler.
The best 57 seconds of your life.
I wish this movie was 57 seconds. Someone should do a 57 seconds cut of this movie because
it's called a trailer.
That's a good question. I wonder how long. I wonder if the trailer for this movie is longer than 57 seconds.
Is it better? Probably.
It's superior. It's absolutely superior.
All right.
We're back.
Yeah.
We were back, and then we went back, and now we're back again. Yes. 57 seconds. A surprising amount of talent behind the camera in this movie.
Really?
The writer and director are both names that are behind films that I have enjoyed in the past. They know how to make competent films, which is why I was quite surprised.
Tell me about these people.
So the writer and director is Rusty Cundieff. who directed the great hip-hop mockumentary Fear of a Black Hat, which is a very cool 90s movie that he also stars in, that it's like a parody of something like really specific, but it's kind of like CB4, where it's like a bunch of like up-and-coming rappers trying to like make their way through the game. It's basically like a rap. This is Spinal Tap.
Okay.
It's kind of like an underground cult film. He also directed a movie that I've always wanted to see, but it annoyingly is not on streaming. It's the film Tales from the Hood, which is kind of like a Tales from the Crypt with an urban flair. As they
horror
shall
anthologies.
say. Horror anthology. And like I've only seen clips of it through the great documentary Horror Noir, history of black horror cinema. I've only seen a clip of it. It looks fucking awesome. But yeah, you literally need to buy it on Blu-ray if you want to see it. He also directed Tales from the Hood 2 and 3, which are available on streaming, but I'm not going to watch those before I watch the first one, even if they have the involvement of Keith David in them. So that's the director, and the co-writer is Macon Blair, who is
Making bank?
He's not on this one, but he's better known as an actor. He was in Oppenheimer. He's the nice lawyer that tries to help Oppenheimer out. He's in Green Room, the Patrick Stewart Nazi movie, and just recently he wrote and directed the Toxic Avenger remake.
Oh, that's a bit of a swerve.
Yeah, so like two guys who have made like movies that I have enjoyed in the past. Slumming it for this one.
Slumming it is right. This looks like a very cheap production.
There are like establishing like crowd shots in this movie where there are more empty seats in these auditoriums than there are at Donald Trump rallies. Ayo! No, but like there's like a scene where they go to like a basketball game and Morgan Freeman's there, and it's like they couldn't even hire enough.
They couldn't fill up the top row of like a high school
They
auditorium.
couldn't hire enough extras to be around Morgan Freeman. There's like a row of empty seats directly behind him.
Yeah. Early in the movie where there's like shots of Morgan Freeman on a stage. You can only ever really see him on the stage.
Yeah.
No crowd shots. Every crowd shot is obviously a green screen.
It's like
50, and they really skimped on like the
It's like 50 people.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, I'm glad that it's a cheap movie that couldn't afford to have like an auditorium full of extras as opposed to them filling up those empty seats with like AI actors. That's not the alternative that I want.
Right.
But it's also fun. I much prefer how funny it is that no one is in this movie, that they can only hire like 40 people.
The fucking budget went to Morgan Freeman, let's be honest.
He definitely got paid for this.
Yeah.
Yes. And a smaller percentage of the budget went to the film's ostensible star, Josh Hutcherson, one of our shortest kings.
I was gonna say, like,
he's a tiny man.
Yep.
And I say that as a short king myself.
I'm only super familiar with him like from like the one time I think he hosted SNL, and I was like, oh, that's great. There's like a upcoming action actor who's
32.
Who's 32 years old, and he's a short guy. You don't tend to see that in show business, and he hasn't. What has he done? Like the Hunger Games?
The Hunger Game. Well, he's like a former child actor, so you look at his IMDb, he has like 90 credits because he's been acting ever since he was 5. Or whatever.
Okay.
But he's just one of he just never got any bigger. Oh,
physically and figuratively.
Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, people know him from the Hunger Games. He's in Five Nights at Freddy's now.
Oh, okay.
He's not a terrible actor.
I liked him.
I like
in
him
this
fine.
Yeah.
He's totally serviceable in this. But I'm sorry, Joshy, you're just a little guy. Sorry.
All right.
Well, this movie starts with a punch to the face.
After we're done, like 7 production company logos.
Oh god, there's so many of them.
It's been a while since we watched a movie where like I could count the production company logos. Yeah. This movie is off to a fucking hurry to get going here, where it just bombards you with narration and quick cuts of a plane crashing that Josh Hutcherson's on.
Oh man, Josh Hutcherson did one pass on this narration and then he was out the fucking door. Like he had something better to do that day because he is so dead in this narration.
I'm Franklin Fox. Some know me as Remedy. I write a blog about achieving optimal health. That guy in the seat across from me is Sig Thornton. He wouldn't be in this predicament if he had not caused the death of thousands by flooding the pharmaceutical market with a drug he knew was highly addictive and devastatingly lethal. They say that life flashes before your eyes when you have a near-death experience. but I only saw my last 3 months. Let me take you back to where that began.
You're probably wondering how I got into this mess.
Well, boy, don't you want to know? Look at this guy over here. He's the head of a pharmaceutical company. And how did I end up on this plane? Well, let me tell you. It all happened when I found a magic ring.
I'm a tech vlogger, and I specialize in pharmaceuticals and how we can improve our health through technology and blah, 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 blah. Oh, did I mention that I'm going to this tech conference hosted by my personal hero, Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
Who has a character name, but
It's Morgan Freeman.
I don't remember what it is. And I'm not going to look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it opens, it does like the classic, like, cut to the end of the movie, and yes, as you say, is like, how did we end up here? And Josh Hutcherson is
1 week earlier, or like, whatever.
It's crashing, and the editing is fucking losing its mind.
Yes, so fucking fast.
Are there like boxes around them or whatever? Are they doing like a Ang Lee's Hulk where they're doing like comic panels on this? I seem to remember something like that going on.
There's a bit of that. There's a bunch of crash zooms on like a computer screen and isolated lines from a blog article.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like all this tech binary ones and zeros just flying at the screen every once in a while. Yeah, and this all happens just in the first minute, and then the movie calms the fuck down. Where we get to this convention center where he like finagled his way into getting a security pass.
Now, I'm looking at the cast list for this movie, and it is telling me that Josh Hutcherson plays a character named Franklin Fox.
That's right, yeah.
Now, I watched this movie not too long ago. I have no memory of this character
Franklin
being
Fox.
called Franklin Fox. You'd think that would be a name that would stick with me.
Yeah.
But if it was... So, like, there were characters calling him Franklin this entire time.
Frankie or Frank or...
I think I just phased that completely out of my head. So, you know what? He's Josh Hutcherson for the rest of the movie. So, Josh Hutcherson is late for work.
Yep.
He's figured... He wants to go in and he wants to see his hero tech guru... Morgan Freeman talk about his
revolutionary new fitness tracker bracelets or
called
something.
the Tri-Band 5. This is a near future with like some borderline science fiction tech going on here. It's a band-based society where we're super into wristbands in the future.
Yeah, he's just got rich off wellness tech. You know, like the unregulated wellness.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's whole deal is that he's vehemently against all medication. He wants to live in a world where people will never get sick and medication will never happen.
Yeah, he's invented this bracelet or something that regulates your blood pressure, lets you know when you feel good to exercise, make sure you get a good night's sleep. Yeah, you don't even have to think about this sort of thing.
Now, I don't have this, but like, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not just a Fitbit?
Well, a Fitbit will track like your steps and your heart rate.
But you gotta do the hard work.
Well, it will remind you. But yes, you physically have to like drink enough water yourself and, you know, monitor your diet.
But what Tri-Band 5, which is what Morgan Freeman is pitching at this big corporate meeting here, like the big Apple launch,
the big science thing,
the big science show. He's launching Tri-Band 5, and he's saying, what if you didn't have to do any of the shit yourself? Like, what if you didn't have to like exert any sort of effort? What if you just woke up and you just naturally made all the right choices?
Yeah. What if this motivated you for yourself? And it's like, you should have no fucking problem. If fitness is your goal, you will have no problem motivating yourself.
Yeah.
Even people that don't like getting to the gym will will themselves to the gym.
Sure.
They'll make it happen.
But it's like, no, you don't even need to think about it. You're just going to wake up and you're just going to like make the healthy choices, and you're going to want to make the healthy choices.
And you're going to like it.
And it's like, delving a little bit into like brain control here.
A little dystopian, if you ask me.
I don't really know how that works when it's attached to my fucking wrist, but apparently it's all connected. The brain is connected to the wrist, apparently. So yeah, Josh Hutcherson is late for work.
Yeah, he's fucking up on the job. He's getting chewed out by his boss, but he's catching the eye of Jayla, this pretty girl who's also working security that day.
Who's played by an actor named Lovey Simone.
Oh.
Which I don't recognize from anything, but I'm gonna posit that's also a name so good we should just refer to her as Lovey Simone for the rest of the
Lovey Simone.
So yeah, I love me some Simone. Yes. Yeah, so yeah, they're making eyes at each other, and he's getting dressed down because he showed up late. But he's not here for work. He's here because he wants to sneak in, and he wants to interview Morgan Freeman for his blog. His all important blog.
Yeah, and just he moves real fast with Lovey Simone. Like, she's living up to her namesake, like, just within minutes of them introducing themselves to each other, they make dinner plans.
This is a baller move on her part, I have to say. One that she immediately fumbles in the next scene, but I gotta say, this is a very cool move where it's like, Josh Hutcherson's all like, hey, can I get your number? Can we go out sometime? And she's all like, tonight. Dinner tonight at this place. It's like
7 o'clock at this address.
Yeah, it's like, can I get your number just in case something happens? You saw like,
no. Just show up here at this time.
I set an alarm on your phone for 6:30 so you remember to come to this place at this time.
Yeah, be there.
It's all like,
God damn.
If a lady did that to me, I'd be all, I'm into it.
Yeah,
yes, boss be around, madam. Yes, please.
Yes, queen.
Yes, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Thank you very much. But he's floundering at work. It's not going very well. His only job is to scan wristbands. And there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And he seems to not know how to do it. The first genuine laugh I got in this movie is he tries to scan this woman's wristband and it's not working. And his boss has to come over and big dog him. And it's like, no, Libby, you're doing it the wrong way. Here you go. And the woman looks at Josh Hutcherson and says, learn your friggin' job, dickwad.
Yeah.
Learn your friggin' job, dickwad.
like, first off, mouthing off security is a good way for you to get fucking kicked out of a venue.
No, but she read the room. She could tell that this guy was not being respected.
He would go for the shoulder and she'd put him in an arm lock or something.
She's all like, I can dress this guy down. This guy is not respected here.
This guy is 5'4".
He's a very small man.
But he manages to get the super VIP pass from his nerdlinger best friend, Andy, who we only ever see in 2 fucking scenes in this movie.
Who is like, if you know Jim Rash from Community?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if Jim Rash had hair. Like that's how that's how this guy like plays this out here. But he's just like his like one tech buddy who's also working for the science show.
I guess so.
He's like running the ones and zeros.
He's in the sound booth or whatever, and he finagled like a super VIP pass. That gets him backstage.
Gets him behind the scenes and gets him up and close and personal with Morgan Freeman and his robot butler.
Now, ostensibly, Morgan Freeman is one of the richest men in the world, right?
Yes, of course.
There should be way more, not only security guarding the backstage, but way more people running shit backstage. Josh Hutcherson just like waltzes past security and there's no one there to check in on him.
There's only 30 cast members in this fucking movie. And they had to double as extras.
That's right.
It's like a community theater show. When you're playing like a secondary character, you also double as like a townsperson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this movie was doing. Morgan Freeman just shows up in an unmarked car with like his unspecified bald robot companion who we will never learn anything about.
He's got like green circuitry or whatever tattooed onto his face or whatever. Yeah. Like this guy barely does anything in this movie, but he shows up every once in a while to be like a mysterious presence. It's great.
And Josh Hutcherson hides behind a curtain. And Morgan Freeman
immediately
Morgan Freeman sense goes off, and he's immediately like, "There's someone behind this curtain."
Yeah,
and his first lines are just like,
"Who and why?"
Who and why? And then he points at his robot friend and says, "No, who and why?" Yeah. And then I think does the robot
computing? Franklin Fox, age 29.
God, I would love that so much. This movie should be older.
Yeah.
This plot is so dumb that I wish it was like made in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know? Like
this robot guy should have like a visor on.
Yeah, it would be so much more entertaining if this was like a canon film.
It'd be a little more fitting, and
Josh Hutcherson
like, oh gee whiz, I'm here to interview you for my blog, and he's like, I like the cut of your jib, Josh Hutcherson.
Not yet. He says like, hold on, I have to go give like my important science talk. Hang around though, because I want to dress you down later for how lame you are.
Yeah.
And then
robot sees him.
Yeah. And then Morgan Freeman goes out and he talks to the crowd of 50 people about the fucking Tri-Band 5.
Yeah, the 50 people like who are in the physical stands, but the audio makes it sound like there's 10.
Our mission is one, and we share a core belief that to create a better world, we must create better health.
Yeah, they couldn't even up that correctly.
They couldn't
yeah.
get like a crowd sound effect from a sound library.
Another cool move that I like is we see a couple of security guards, and one of them goes up to the other one and says, "Hey, did you see the new taser?" And the guy's like, "Oh no, what's going on?" And then the guy just tases him because he's not a security guard; he's an assassin, and
Yes.
he's here to kill Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
And I just like. That was kind of a cool move.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just all like, you see the new taser? And then he just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
zaps the
Like,
guy.
you see
It
that?
wasn't too bad.
You see something like that in a Die Hard movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy rushes the stage and he just like brandishes the gun at the crowd and says
Sic
like,
Semper Tyrannis.
yeah, Morgan Freeman, the Science 5 or whatever the fuck that thing's called, it's controlling all of you. And
So look, I'm just gonna jump ahead to the very ending of the movie.
Mm.
There's lots of fucking breadcrumbs that are leading us to believe that Morgan Freeman is the secret villain of this movie. Spoiler alert, he's not.
no.
But like this assassin is like as he's like dragged away, he's all like, he's controlling our minds. Don't wear the tribands
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like
Killer
that's-
machines, he says. Yeah.
That's kind of never brought up.
No.
Much like the robot butler.
Yeah.
This is kind of dropped entirely for like a secondary villain.
Yes.
Who's like more evil on the surface.
Yeah.
Villain. And it's like Morgan Freeman's villainy is sort of just implied.
Yeah. Is this like the third chapter in another series? Like do we miss like 55 seconds
Yeah,
and
thank
56
you. Thank you. Yes, I was gonna go like 38 seconds.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
no, you went a little closer to
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's on stage, and Josh Hutcherson takes it upon himself to tackle this guy to the ground.
There's a convenient drinks cart, like right next
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him or whatever, just like an empty thing. And he pushes this light plastic cart into this guy and it completely incapacitates him.
Yeah.
Security jumps on him. Morgan Freeman's like, oh my.
Yeah, I like the cut of your jib, kid.
Yeah. This is very important. We forgot a very important plot point, Jameson. As Morgan Freeman is about to give his science speech, he takes off an impressive ring off
yes.
of his finger, and the camera lingers on him taking a ring off of his finger, and he puts it in his pocket, and he says something to the likes of, gotta
All the time in the world.
all the
or
time in
something.
the world, I gotta put this, save this for a rainy day, or whatever the fuck.
Now, all right. The
I've
ring.
already told you this is a magic ring.
Yeah, the ring, it can take you back in time 57 seconds, right? And it only affects the wearer. Why the fuck would you ever take something like that off?
Well, it doesn't affect the wearer, it affects whoever touches the ring.
Right, yes.
So the ring is black,
Mm.
and then when you touch the ring, you go back in time 57 seconds, and then the ring turns white, and you have to wait like, I don't know, 5 seconds for it to like
Well,
reset or whatever.
It says that, yeah, you gotta wait.
It's pretty inconsistent.
It's pretty fucking loose with the cooldown
yeah.
time on this fucking
It's like,
thing.
like if you need to go back 57 seconds immediately after the last 57 seconds, yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that.
It
But
would-
like when the plot says otherwise, then yeah, it takes a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Like the rule is, you rub the jewel on this ring, takes you back 57 seconds, and then it tells you that when it needs to have like a 20-second cooldown, so that way you're not spamming time travel. You can't go back till like yesterday or last week or
Even
whatever.
though there was a montage of this movie of Josh Hutcherson
Repeatedly-
spamming time travel.
Repeatedly going through like
Yes.
these Groundhog Day scenarios. Yeah. But yes, in the whole kerfuffle, Morgan Freeman drops the ring. Josh Hutcherson picks up the ring and says like, huh. And he just,
Morgan Freeman has already said, like, you're gonna get your interview. You're like, I'll thank you. You saved my life. I'll give you your interview for your terrible blog. I have to go now. My home planet needs me. And he leaves. And then yes, Josh Hutcherson sees the ring on the floor and he says, like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'll just put this in my pocket. I'll never think about it again.
Yeah.
Off to my hot date.
yeah, which he's worried that he's going to be late for, but he's actually super early for, and she turns out to be late.
So this
because like
is-
what a fucking power move,
This is the
lady.
well, no, this pissed me off. The power move was saying, well, like, yeah, meet me here at this time. Like, no, again, if you're there, great. If you're not, great. And then she shows up like 25 minutes late. I'd be pissed
yeah,
off.
I feel like I was stood up.
Absolutely. She's lucky he didn't leave.
Yeah, well, he has all the time in the world.
That's true.
Because he does.
Does he know yet?
He does.
Has he figured it out?
He
yet?
runs a bunch of experiments on it. So he he grabs his phone to see like how long he goes back in time for. He makes mental notes of like all the things.
What's the first time he uses the ring?
It's when he's talking to the cop or whatever afterwards, and the cop's like, "Thank
That's
God
right.
you were here."
Thank
He
God you-
brushes the
yeah.
ring, and then like he repeats the same thing to the cop.
And then he touches the ring because why wouldn't you touch a ring? Why wouldn't you touch a jeweled ring?
Why wouldn't you put on a stranger's ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and like the cop says the exact same thing again, like, thank God you were here, but it's a little bit different because he's acting like a little strange or whatever, and it's like, yes, and now Josh Hutcherson has realized he has the ability of time travel in his hands.
Of limited time travel.
Yeah, very limited time travel.
And
there was like a DC superhero who that was his power. Like he could go back in time like 7 seconds, which isn't a lot of time, but it's enough to fix like one mistake.
Maybe
I think it was like the Doom Patrol. Like someone was like that.
Okay.
I can't remember.
I know there was Hour Man who had the ability to gain like super strength for 1 hour only. That's a pretty fucking lame superpower.
Yeah. I mean, you can get a lot done in an hour.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like if you have like yard work to do or whatever, like you got to move like a bunch of cinder blocks around. That comes in handy.
I can lift a cinder block just fine. It wouldn't take me an hour.
But you can lift a lot.
There's a lot of things I'd rather do with an hour than lift cinder blocks.
I'm just saying, like that patio's not going to build itself.
That's true. So the Jayla Lovely, whatever the fuck. Jayla Lovely shows up. They have a
prettiest girl in town.
They have a lovely time. Again, they move fucking fast because he gets her back to his place, and there's just like a bunch of like time travel shenanigans where like she keeps like stumbling over. She finds like a framed picture of a girl, and she's like, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" He has to rewind time to sort of cover up that. Yeah.
I mean, this scene is really weird because the way that it's set up, like I'm sitting here going, like, does he have a girlfriend? Because he keeps like. He
has like
he decides to rewind time with this tenuous time machine that he's just received and doesn't know the outcome of, rather than explain to her in what happens like 2 scenes later, where it's like the girl in the photo and also like the purses in like his closet or whatever, they're his late sister who died of a drug overdose, and he still has all of her stuff. And it's like, I guess maybe he didn't want to mention that while they were in the throes of passion, because it
bit of a mood killer.
I guess it would kill the mood, sure, or whatever. But it's like, really, you're gonna rewind time constantly rather than just tell her the truth or whatever?
And also, what happened to the fucking cooldown period? Where, like, you shouldn't be able to spam it like that, but he jumps right back into them smooching in the throes of passion, moving towards the bed there. Yeah.
And it also, so it first it's to cover up like the awkwardness of all, like she thinks he's seen someone else and she won't let him explain, so she's immediately storming out. So it's all like, okay, I'll rewind time to do that. But then it just goes down to like such a like minutia of it, where she's all like, "Oh, can you kiss my toes?" And he's all
like, "What?"
And then he just goes, "What? Yeah, exactly."
Yeah.
And then she goes, "No, that's weird. I'm sorry, I have to go." And then he rewinds time and he just immediately goes for the toes, and she's all. The next day she's all like, "You were a mind reader. You did everything I wanted to do." And it's all like, look, having sex with somebody for the first time is awkward. You know, talk it out. Like you don't. Not everyone has the benefit of a fucking time traveling ring
also,
to help them out here. You know,
also
have a conversation. Why don't you?
And from the perspective of the people who are experiencing him going back in time like that, it's like, you ever like do the rewind feature on YouTube or something, and someone has like the jerky like movements? Like, there would be like a 1 frame movement between where he was and like the reaction to it as he like sort of lands back in the presence.
Even think about it. Like, he's just like having like a normal conversation with her. It's all like, yeah, I went to school in like Ohio, and then I kind of like bummed around Europe for a while. Like he's just over here for like half a second. And she thinks she's having a stroke or something. But things are going well with them. And then we're shortly introduced to the real villain of this movie.
Who the fuck is this actor? Because he looks so goddamn familiar.
So the head of this
I knew you would know.
This pharmaceutical company, the character is Sig Thorensen, the real villain who is like the head of like the pharmaceutical company, and
we want people to keep getting sick, and we'll profit off of their misery.
So this actor's name is Greg German, who most people probably recognize from Ally McBeal.
No.
He was in Talladega Nights.
Maybe that's it.
He's in Child's Play 2. He's in So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he's around. He's like a guy. He's been in some things. This is rude, but I have a very rude way of referring to this guy whenever I see him. Because I'm sure he's a perfectly nice man, but whenever I see him, I always call him Discount William Fichtner.
That's it! That's who I mistook him for.
When William won't pick up the phone, Greg's your man. That's what you'll do. That's what you'll do. He's happy to take William's leftovers.
I also got like sort of the 5th depreciating clone of Kevin Bacon from that guy.
Oh my god, yeah. Exactly. They're sort of melting in the tube or whatever. Yeah. Sig Thorensen is our villain.
And he
who was on the plane with Josh Hutcherson at the beginning of the movie.
So he has a running quarrel with billionaire Morgan Freeman, and he sends his 2 like corporate espionage people,
Renee and Calvert.
Yeah, they want to put Morgan Freeman out of business because he's like his wellness tech is going to put the pharmaceutical business out of business.
And I mean, much like he wants to get rid of medication in total, Morgan Freeman, like he just wants to, like, it's fucking brain manipulation, because it's all like, I want to get rid of accidents. Like, I don't want people to, like, get hurt.
Okay.
I want my technology to, like, avoid like stepping in front of a bus or like having like a tree branch fall on you or whatever. And it's all like, it's very lofty ambitions, Morgan Freeman. I feel like no matter what you do, people are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And those hurt people are going to need painkillers.
And they're going to be born with certain conditions that you won't be able to get. Well, then you're getting into like gene manipulation and shit like that. But
which I'm sure he's working on.
I'm
sure that's wristband 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Josh Hutcherson does whatever one fucking does in these kind of time travel movies. He hits the casino and he like wins big on every fucking roulette roll.
But he does it in the stupidest fucking way. I got so irrationally angry at this, where he just goes into a casino and he goes to the roulette table and he's all like, "Oh, let's put my money on this," and then the ball spins around and he loses, and it's all like, "Nah, it was like number 10 red." And it's all like, "Okay,
really?
I'll go back in time. I'll put $1 million on number 10 red. Thank you very much." And then he gets it. I mean, you don't walk into a casino, go up to a roulette table, and win on the first spin of roulette. That's the first way to prove that you're up to fucking something. And he never changes dealers.
No, he never changes casinos.
No, he stays at the same fucking table, and he just wins money, and he just one assumes, like, one after another, like, fucking Josh Hutcherson, you gotta be smarter about this. You gotta lose sometimes.
Yes.
You gotta look like you're on a losing
Throw him off
streak.
the scent, yeah.
Yes, exactly. You gotta be smart about this. This pissed me off so much. This made me so mad, where it's all like, this could be interesting. This could be an interesting part of this movie where he comes up with a clever way to scam the casinos because he has time travel powers. But he just goes in and he does the dumbest shit possible. And thank God the movie does eventually call him out on it. Because, like, the third time he goes to the casino, the pit boss eventually does run him out and, like, track him down in the parking lot and start beating his ass. And it's all like, no one is that lucky. Clearly you're up to something. I don't know what you're up to, but you're obviously up to something.
Yeah.
Because no one is that lucky.
And they do it in the way where he is incapacitated. He can't touch the ring jewel. So, like, yeah, what happens? Like, the pit boss steps on his wrist or something when he's laying down on the asphalt. So, yeah, he can't get out of this. I kept waiting for, like, those opportunities. Well, what's to stop him from just infinitely going back and correcting his mistakes? So he just has, like, a perfect run every time, like that stupid scene in the Nicolas Cage movie Next. Right. He gets away from people. But so I was just waiting for the moments where, what's stopping him? What is an event that it comes up that prevents him from doing the time travel?
I feel, jumping ahead to the end, I do feel like the movie does eventually address this, because he can only go back 57 seconds. When he gets on the plane with Greg German and, like, it starts going down, like, there's a certain point where he's all like, I've crossed the threshold. Even if I go back 57 sequence, it's not going to do anything. This plane.
There's nothing I can do.
There's nothing I can do. The plane's still going down. So it's like, yeah, there is, like, a limit to what he can do. But then one of Strongbad's fucking... I don't know, what's his name?
Yeah, the cheat shows up. And
Sig Thorensen. Yeah, the cheat shows up. And this was a moment where he's, like, talking to... He clearly knows, like, the pit boss or whatever, and he's coming over, and he's all like... He says... He has a line where he says, like...
Doesn't exactly look official, though, does it? Out here in the parking lot like this. Looks like you trying to peel something off for yourself. And as a regular here, I am shocked by what I'm seeing.
And that reminded me of the line in Casablanca, where Claude Rains is all like, "I'm shocked to discover that there is illegal gambling going on in this thing." And then a guy comes in and goes like, "Here are the winnings, sir." And he goes, "Oh, thank you very much."
This movie's just like Casablanca.
It's just like Casablanca. That's the point that I was trying to make. Thank you.
Yeah, so this guy tells Josh Hutcherson that, like, hey, why don't you come work for Sig Thornton? Because why not?
Why not?
Why the fuck not?
He's a
You know?
rich man, and,
Yeah.
and you are very lucky, and you seem to be making money hand over fist. So yeah, why don't you come to me?
And Josh Hutcherson goes to hear him out because it was Sig Thornton's company that produced the medication that got his sister hooked on like these pain meds that she OD'd on. So he wants to kind of take a job with them and bring him down from the inside.
And that's what his blog posts are all about. He tells Lovey Simone that it's all like this is what I've been doing. I started my blog after my sister got hooked on pain medication.
It's the lamest thing I ever. He's an activist blogger, and he uses these different IP addresses, so like this big rich pharmaceutical company can't track him down.
Yeah, he has he works with
name. Yeah, he works with an alias, so they'll never know.
Remedy.
Ah.
I don't know, if I'm just starting to date somebody and they say like, "Yeah, I'm an activist blogger who goes by the name Remedy," my next date is all like, "So I'm gonna leave. I have like something else that I have to do. I have to be anywhere else but here."
Just fiddling with a ring in your pocket. Yeah. You know what would be a better title for this movie is Time Remedy.
No, Magic Rain. It has to be that. It has to just be Magic Rain.
Yeah, okay.
So he sets up like this big complicated thing. It was all like, "Yes, I'll go with the enemy of my enemy is my friend." No, it's not that. It's like, keep your enemies closer.
Yes.
Which is actually what Greg German says. He says that, which is...
because he saw that he saved Morgan Freeman's life, and so he's like, well, they're obviously in some kind of cahoots to bring my pharmaceutical company down. I know, I'll hire him. And
I'll give him a salary.
And I'll give him like a room in my home. Because like every one of this guy's corporate espionage people live in the same house as Sig Thornton.
I mean, they have like a big like
palatial
office building or whatever. I think he also has.
That's a residence, man. That's
that what they just
that's a fucking home, and they all because like they're showing him around the place, and they're like, so like the lady that she's 2 doors down that way. My hard muscle, he's downstairs. Yeah, that they have rooms. It's a residency that they all live in.
By the way, if you live where you work, that's called a compound, my friend. It's getting a little culty in here. Is what's happening.
Work from home. That was me for about 5 years.
Yeah. And then what happens is that he hires Josh Hutcherson to write, I guess,
propaganda
about how good his company is. And so Josh Hutcherson says, what I'd like to do is I'd like to write like a bigger piece. Like I'd like to take like 6 months to like really get into like the minutia and like interview people or whatever.
Like a brand relaunch almost. Yeah.
And then Sig Thornton thinks about it for a second. He's all like, "Well, I was gonna hire you for like the the things that you write, like the articles that you write.
You are a freelancer, right?
But you know what? Sure, throw him on salary." So it's all like, Josh Hutcherson just argued 6 months for no work.
Yeah.
Like he just argued to like not do anything for 6 months.
Yeah, this pharmaceutical company is successful despite Sig Thornton's practices here.
So Josh Hutcherson gets led to his new office, and all of a sudden a scantily clad woman comes out of the side door or whatever, and she throws himself at Josh Hutcherson, and then we see they're all watching from Sig Thornton's office.
They're doing like a honeypot thing.
Exactly. And this is how he gets dirt on people.
That's how he blackmails them to doing his bidding.
And this is the only bad thing that he does. But Josh Hutcherson has a heart of gold, and he sends the
I'm not cheating on Lovey Simone.
I'm not cheating on
Away
the
with you, harlots.
that I just started dating 2 days ago. No, I'm out from you. And then Greg German goes, this is a hard nut to crack. We're gonna have to try even harder to put up to this boy.
Yes. Yeah. I just met this gal. Also, I'm gonna fucking propose to her.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
Somewhere along the, I guess I missed this one line of dialogue, but somewhere along the way, Lovey Simone infers that she's an artist.
Yeah.
Because when she goes back to Josh Hutcherson's apartment, he's gifted her like
an art set,
like an art set, like a bunch of like
paint by number stuff. And watercolors.
He's painted like, and she's so touched by this. Yeah. She's all like, "Oh my god, you got me art supplies. That's incredible. Wow."
You wouldn't believe how many times I had to go back in time to get this one right.
And then his car gets impounded, and for some reason he doesn't use the ring to stop that. Because also Morgan Freeman calls up, and when Morgan Freeman calls you, you answer.
That's right.
He says like, "I'm ready."
How about that interview, Josh?
Thank you. You almost did it, but then you swerved, so
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And he says like, "Yes, I'm ready for my interview now. Hello."
Yep. So he goes to Morgan Freeman's compound, where like only the robot man works.
One robot. You don't need more staff when you have someone who's hooked into the net.
Yeah.
As this character, I'm sure this character has a name. But
I know.
I
I'm
have
sure
no
it's-
idea.
yeah.
I'm going through the list of character names and I don't see anything that's recognizable.
Okay, well, he's a black guy, and there's only 2 other black guys in this movie, Kaz. You can figure this out.
I just don't see. Is it Louis? Is he Louis? That's not the guy. I don't know who this guy is.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, so Morgan Freeman explains that he discovered some quantum particle crystals or whatever, and that he's like, he discovered it like working on some laser or whatever the fuck. That's our explanation for how the time travel thing works.
And he discovered this like decades ago, and he's been sitting on it for decades because of racism.
That's right.
Because like who would trust someone who looks like me? They would take it and they would take it for themselves, and they would take this technology. So I figured out time travel decades ago, but I haven't told anyone. I just put it in this one ring.
Years ago, I stumbled on a substance that contained quantum particles.
I thought those were just recently discovered.
Well, that's what the world thinks. I discovered it decades ago while working on laser technology. But early 60s, man of my complexion, how long would it be before the technology would get stolen? I wound up dead, so I just kept it secret and kept experimenting.
He just points out that, you, Josh Hutcherson, you have a sense of justice, and I want you to think with your heart and not with your head. Again, a classic con artist bullshit technique. I fucking hate when people tell me to do that.
IMDb has a character listed as Darkman. Is that the robot?
Darkman was Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I don't think that's him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. There's not like an actor headshot that looks like this guy. It's not Big Boy. It's not Skinny Eddie.
Skinny Eddie.
I really don't know who this actor is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sig plans this corporate retreat or whatever where they go to Miami. They go to like some casino in Miami to see if they can crack the nut that is Josh Hutcherson's incredible win streak. During this entire process, another assassin sneaks his way into like
unrelated assassin.
Unrelated.
There are 2 assassination attempts in this movie, and amazingly, neither of these tie back into the plot. In any way, I guess if you're just like a big mogul like these 2 guys are, people are always out to get ya.
It's remarkably easy, apparently, to break into where an important rich person is holding court, and you can get past no security whatsoever and get within point-blank range of shooting them.
But they've flown down to Miami. Lovey Simone is with them.
Yeah.
I think we've also forgotten to mention that, inexplicably, they are now engaged.
I mentioned that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, but like, how long have they been dating?
Oh, like a week?
Yeah. So it's just,
it seems
like a completely spontaneous engagement where he just pops the question. It's like, yeah, I've known this guy for like a week, and he clearly has like a bunch of unpacked baggage from like his sister died. But sure, I'll get engaged to this guy. Why not?
He's a tech blogger, Kev.
Absolutely, he's an anarchist blogger.
He's an anarchist
who's taken down the big pharmaceutical guy from the inside.
I seen him show up late to a security job.
And then this guy actually manages to get through and kills everyone, including Lovey Simone.
Yeah.
But of course, none of that matters because he goes back 57 seconds and he stops him in time. And of course, this makes the news. And this is just where I throw my hands up and it's like, no one has ever, in the history of time, has ever become famous for rescuing 2 different billionaires. Like, that just doesn't fucking happen. Like, that would raise so many red flags with, like, the Justice Department or whatever. Like, this guy saved Bill Gates and Elon Musk in the same week. Like, that just doesn't fucking happen.
At what point are you facilitating these events to happen, sir? Like,
I believe it was Oscar Wilde who said, "To save one billionaire is fortune. To save two is carelessness."
Yeah. But yeah, they say on the news that the would-be assassin there wanted revenge against Sig Sorensen for getting his fiance or whatever addicted on pills
The
and
same
whatever.
thing that Josh Hutcherson is trying to take him down for.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason he ends up saving Sig Sorensen is, of course, because his lady love gets killed, and he can't have that.
Yep.
So, and of course, he needs to get his own revenge on Sig Sorensen. So, of course, he has to stop that in the thing. Just have one of the absolute worst delivered lines of dialogue ever. Shortly after this happens, him and Lovey Simone go back to like their studio apartment. I guess his studio apartment.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
haven't moved in together. Or maybe they have. I don't know. They're moving alarmingly fast.
He got real rich real quick.
That's right. He did get a bunch of money. Well, that's what happens when you save 2 billionaires in the same week. You get,
It's like
a
the
big-
lion's paw thing. Like, all my riches will be bestowed upon you.
I mean, this is the other thing too. Is like Lovey Simone shows up one day and he's just all like, "Hey, I won like a ton of money at the craps table," and he just like has like a nicer apartment with like a big screen TV
and seems to know everything about me.
and a Cadillac convertible or whatever, and she's just all like, "Cool," and she doesn't ask any questions. This doesn't raise any red flags for her. It's
She
just all
moves
like-
so fucking fast.
moves so
she
fucking fast.
she made the first move, you know? Like
Yeah.
this was like this is going great for her.
So I guess time has passed, and she's used his thoughtful easel and paint set to like paint enough things that she actually has like an art show. And we learned this because I stopped because this is the line of dialogue she said, and I wrote it down where they're talking about something else, and then Lovey Simone says the line,
Oh my gosh. You remember what tomorrow night is, right? My art exhibit. You're gonna come, right?
Of course.
'Cause I don't know, I don't think I can take people judging my work and me being by myself.
"Fuck off." That's not how you fucking introduce like a new setting or whatever. People don't fucking talk like that. Of course he would know in your fucking art show because they're human beings and they've
Yeah.
had a conversation about it. But it's just like, do you
but
remember?
you-
Oh my god, babe, do you remember?
Yeah. That's a trap if I ever smelled one. You remember, right? Yes, babe. That's why you always have like spare gifts lying around the house, fellas.
So yeah, now he has like his girlfriend's, or I'm sorry, fiance's art show that he has to go to.
Now don't be late.
No, but Sig Thornson's gonna keep him like he's gonna keep him working.
Yeah,
to-
well,
to do pharmaceutical crimes.
under the guise of him wanting to show appreciation for saving his life, he says like, "We're gonna hit the town. We're gonna go drinking or something." And he just takes him to like this fucking dive bar or whatever. They have one shot, and then he apparently drugs the one shot.
Yeah.
And he's still out to get incriminating information on
And
Josh,
it's so-
on the guy who saved
yeah.
his fucking life.
And it's so fucking awkward because he just like walks in and is just all like, "Hey Charlie, how's it going? Let me get those 2 shots, please." And then Charlie brings the shots. He's all like,
Just the way you like him, Mr. Thornton.
he's like, "Thanks a lot." And Josh Hutcherson says, "I see nothing wrong with going on here. All right, I'll just take a shot."
Gone
here.
to
Oh,
an
no. Yeah.
gone to an empty bar like in the middle of nowhere with one of the world's richest men.
And then Thornton is all like, "Let's go upstairs. No particular reason. Let's just go on up here."
Whoa, look at all these hookers. I've
Whoa.
never seen so many hookers
How
before.
did all these whores get here?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And then now Thornton finally has blackmail on him, even though it's very circumspect or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't remember like this exact line, but she says it because she says,
I thought your job was to get enough dirt on the asshole so that you can put him out of business. Is that why you smell like cheap whores and stale beer? Or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
and then I thought, but I'm
Stale
like,
whores.
stale whores. All right, sure, I guess.
Yeah, they just lost the passion for the job.
Yeah. So yeah, she confronts him because Thornton, I guess, blackmails him almost immediately, and Lovey Simone is not having any of that.
Josh Hutcherson races back home and finds that Morgan Freeman's there.
That's right, Morgan Freeman, who has bought every painting that she made.
That's right.
Because he's the good billionaire.
He's the good
remember?
kind of. He's a very
That's
good
right.
man.
Morgan Freeman's in your house, and he's all like, "Oh, you didn't go. I almost did it. You didn't go to this fine young lady's art show, and I just had to buy every painting in there because
I find them so delightful.
So yes, indeed, I am a scholar of the arts. Yes, let me put my monocle on. Anyway.
I thought you were gonna do like a Kentucky accent or whatever. I say, I do love these fine art pieces here of this beautiful long enchanté.
That's what you just turned that Kentucky accent into, like, I don't know, like Louisiana, like right at the end there. Oh, étouffée! Oh,
I don't care. I don't care.
Get that catfish pool boy in there.
I'm digging deep to do anything but a Morgan Freeman.
Anything but Morgan Freeman. That's what we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lovey Simone is not having it. She's not happy. She grabs his arm, but she accidentally touches the magic ring, and then she figures it out like
Very quickly.
Like
She didn't have to run like those
No.
time trials that Josh
No.
Hutcherson had to do. Woman's intuition.
absolutely,
Yeah.
she's all like, "This explains everything.
Mm-hmm.
You possess the ability for time travel. I have no follow-up questions. We're
through.
We're through. I'm out of here. I can't believe you time traveled on me."
Yeah, doesn't she say something like, I should have trusted my gut from the start about you? Lady, you made the first fucking move and you slept with him on the first date.
He said, "I should have trusted my gut on you. My gut was telling me that you had the possession of time travel." I don't know.
My mother warned me about guys
My
like
mother warned me about time travelers. So she takes off to be kidnapped later on.
So yeah, now Josh Hutcherson has nothing to lose. Like he's going back to his original plan of just taking down the bad guys. He knows that Thornton keeps everything locked away in this one safe, and in what I'm just gonna say is probably my favorite scene.
I completely agree with you, Jameson.
yeah.
This is the most enjoyable scene in this movie.
Yeah,
I wish more scenes had the energy and pacing of this scene.
Yes, because he's just doing quick rewinds, trial and error, Groundhog Day shit.
Renee, who's like the evil businesswoman that works for Thornton, is just sitting at her desk. Josh Hutcherson knows the incriminating evidence is in her safe, and he just like walks in and it's all like, "Hey Renee, how's it going? Boy, I sure would like the combination to that safe."
Not happening.
Not
okay.
happening. Okay.
And
They pull out this gun, and then she goes, "Security!" is all like, "Oh,
fuck.
darn!"
Rewind.
And then he comes in and like shoots her in the leg, and is all like, "Give me the thing to the safe." And
or
then,
like he fumbles with the gun, he accidentally shoots her in the head.
he's
He
all
like slams his hand too hard on the table and he breaks the glass and he cuts himself.
he does it like 5 or 6 times.
He
and then
fucks up the code at one point. And
Well,
it's
at
like,
one point in time, she gives him like the wrong combination, and then he comes back and is like, "Hey, Renee," and he types in the wrong combination, and he's all like, "You fucked up, Renee. You
Yeah.
gave me the wrong thing. Fuck, I gotta go back."
Yeah.
And then like eventually, he gets like the right combination and the right order of things or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like a funny delivery from
Yeah.
Josh Hutcherson, where he's just all like, "Was that so hard?"
yeah.
And then he gets the incriminating information. Basically, he just gets proof that Thornton has been blackmailing everybody.
Yeah,
'cause
he's
there's,
been
like, a whole,
silencing everybody.
like this is his move. He does what he did to Josh Hutcherson with the stale whores. He does it with everybody.
Yeah.
He has stale whores on speed dial. Is what he does. He just gets them in there.
Just label under stale.
But yeah, he gets the information.
Yeah, and the proof that he knew that the medication was dangerous or whatever the fuck, right?
And rather release it to the internet,
or the police.
The police. He decides what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this live during
a high school basketball.
The big game!
The big game.
Which is only ever referred to as the big game.
Yeah.
It's a basketball game between
the
Dolphins and the Sharks.
Yeah.
I love fake team names in movies.
I know. Oh, it's so
it's the big game. It's such a big game. Morgan Freeman is in the audience.
Well, they mentioned that like he owns the team. This
course he does.
this fucking like rinky-dink high school basketball team. And
in
like
the future, there is only one sport, Jameson, and it's referred to as the big game.
Yeah, and then like it just cuts to them at this high school auditorium
with like 20 people in the stands,
and like a 3-piece high school musical band doing the Stars and Stripes or whatever.
And his tech buddy Andy is also working the game. Which
he runs the jumbotron.
That's right. He runs.
You're the only man I can trust.
He runs all the P's and Q's in fucking town. There's only like one tech guy in all of the city, and it's Andy. And he's Josh Hutcherson's best friend.
Yeah.
And Andy's like, "I'm gonna get fired if I do this," and Josh Hutcherson's like, "Check your bank account," and he's already wired Andy. What? And he's wired a bunch of money, so Andy's all like, "I'm on your side, Josh Hutcherson. Whatever you need, I don't care."
Yeah, money makes the world go round there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like somehow simultaneously broadcast from the Jumbotron to every media outlet in the world.
And it's like the Jumbotron is just like showing clips from the game, and then it the feed cuts out, and then all of a sudden, Skullhead!
Yeah, big guy.
So you know we're serious!
Guy Fox mask and everything.
Yeah, and then Josh Hutcherson's all like, yeah, Stig Thornton, he's a bad guy. He's been blackmailing
Here's the
people.
proof. I love the one incriminating video where it's like Stig Thornton's like hired muscle there. He's dragging like a dead body into like a closet or something, and then it's revealed that it's Sig recording it because he turns the camera on himself to like mug at the.
He hit like the backwards button or whatever, and it's like Sig Thornton. Not only does Sig Thornton have people killed,
he's there on the scene.
He films his own goons disposing of the body because I guess he likes it.
Yeah,
he likes to watch it later.
It's one step above like him leaning in for a selfie with like the peace sign.
It's
against
so
the
ridiculous. It's just like the worst. It's the worst fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then so Sig Thornton, his whole the jig is up, and
I guess
the
there's
FBI is after him now.
But they have a real fucking quick response time from when that basketball reaches halftime to when they show up at Josh Hutcherson's house to kidnap him, and they take him to the private jet or whatever, and you're gonna exonerate me. You're gonna say that was.
You're gonna say you made it all up, and of course we all know that'll hold up in a court of law. For all the against all the actual evidence that you have.
And
but you're just gonna say that you made it all up because we live in the future, and you can create things that don't actually exist.
Yeah.
And thank God we don't live in a world where that happens.
That's right.
But
billionaires face justice every day.
Yes, but their ace in the hole is that, of course, they've kidnapped Lovey Simone. For like 2 seconds because she gets away really quickly.
But they get onto the plane and they take off. And
the cops all show. This is ridiculous. So like,
the cops set up the barricade on the tarmac.
A multitude of cops that just like show up. They're just like zooming onto the tarmac or whatever. Lovey Simone manages to get away, but Sig Thornton and forces Josh Hutcherson onto the plane. The plane we saw at the beginning of the movie, and the plane takes off.
In a scene that really shows the movie's budget. Yeah, we can't have like
this is where they ran out of money. Like
you can't film a plane going up to a row of police cars and just barely clearing them. No, it's from one cut, a plane coming towards the cars, and then the next shot, the cops looking at the plane flying away.
Yeah, and of course, the pilot is the cheat. The cheat is flying the plane.
I forgot we were calling him
because he only has 2 goons.
Yeah.
So it's just his 2. He doesn't have like a private pilot or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, the one goon who like kills his enemies and like disposes of their bodies is also his pilot.
Yeah.
He can't,
Man of many talents.
Can't hire another guy.
He's a man of many talents.
And then just like this one random cop sees like the plane take off and he just starts shooting at the plane.
Because he's seen the same amount of action movies we have.
Yes.
Because that works. You ding the one engine there.
He shoots the engine and the plane starts going down, and it's like you've just made this situation so much worse. Like it's like, yeah, we're going to Cuba and they won't be able to extradite me or whatever. It's like not on my watch. It's all like, cool, you just brought down a 747, but it's okay because jumping to the end, only one person ends up dying.
Exactly,
and it's the bad guy.
Yeah,
everyone else lives. They don't
miraculously.
They crash in a vacant forest.
Yeah.
They don't crash into like an apartment building. It's not 9/11-2 or anything.
No.
But it's
everyone
just like,
miraculously survived that, except
and
for
Lovey Simone is just going, like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a terrible idea. But it's too late because the plane is going down and we're back at the beginning. Somewhere on like this plane that's going down, Thornton grabs Josh Hutcherson's hand and he discovers that he has a magic time traveling ring, but it's far too late.
Yeah, he figured it out even quicker than Lovey Simone did.
He goes like, that's it. That's how you've been doing everything. That's how you've been getting one over on me.
Yeah.
Quick, let's go back in time. But now Josh Hutcherson's all like, it's been longer than 50 seconds. Say, even
can't
if I
help
know
you,
that,
bud.
and he sort of like resigns himself to his fate, where it's all like, I can get revenge for my sister. I don't care that I'm gonna die on this plane.
Yeah.
This is the important thing, is that like I'm at peace now.
Yeah.
And then Sig Thornton goes up and he starts punching the cheat. He's all like, fly the plane better.
Yeah.
And then they
don't,
and then they crash. But it's okay because only Sig Thornton dies.
Yes.
The other 2 goons miraculously survive. Josh Hutcherson survives. Because you totally survive plane crashes.
Oh, you
can
walk it off.
Just walk it off. And I love that Sig Thornton's death is represented. You just see like his foot through like the windshield of the plane. Like you don't even see his full body. You just see like
the leg.
half of his like body, like
well, the legs are in the cockpit. The rest of him's in the back.
Sure, yeah.
I like when they're just clearing the airplane, and I think it's Renee, the one lady goon there, who's about to
Lady Goons
about to go after Josh, but then the plane explodes behind her, and just in the way that this was shot from the actor, you see like the phony explosion behind her, and it's just the actress doing the worm. Just flopping to the ground to simulate the blowback there. All right, so the Josh Hutcherson and Lovey Simone are heading towards the fire trucks on the tarmac, and who should be there but Morgan Freeman and his robot helper? And he says like, "Oh, well done, young man." And he says like, "Yeah, that ring, I knew you had it the whole time."
Not only that, I dropped the ring on purpose because you saved my life, and I immediately recognized you as the one person that can be responsible and use time travel appropriately.
Yeah.
And then Josh Hutcherson
You have been deemed worthy by the robot friend, and the robot's face starts glowing and everything. And I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Who is that? What is his purpose? Did Morgan Freeman create artificial intelligence and then just like...
Is this like a robot from the future who's come back?
I would believe anything at this point.
Yeah.
He's just standing there.
I was waiting for the robot to say something, to kind of like put a button on this whole fucking plot.
Morgan Freeman's all like, "You're the one, Josh Hutcherson. You're the one that's going to figure this all out, and you're going to lead us into the future.
And we're going to have a bunch of these time travel rings. We're going to give them to like everyone in the world. And it's like, first of all, like fucking consumer grade time travel like that is such a horrible idea. Don't give this kind of power to everybody. The whole world's gonna get fucked up through that.
And Josh Hutcherson, of course, goes like, "No, this is too much power.
It's too much power for everyone, man. For one short king to handle."
And then he takes the ring off, and Morgan Freeman.
Oh man, you know we should have been making fucking Hobbit jokes.
Oh my God, he's a short man. And he has a ring.
Yes.
Wow, we should have been making Hobbit
I know,
jokes.
right?
Wow. So, all right, you know what? Hold on. So
Josh Hutcherson is a Hobbit. He's
a
Frodo.
Hobbit. He has a ring. Ha! He's a short man.
And then at the end of the movie, he stomps it with his big Hobbit foot.
That's right.
It destroys the ring. The one ring to rule them all.
He takes the fucking ring off, and Morgan Freeman is all like, "No, wait, stop. What's that? What is that? What's that from? Oh, Willy Wonka." He does like a real Willy Wonka. He's all like, "No, wait, stop, don't do it." He barely puts up like a fight or whatever.
Yeah.
And Josh Hutcherson, as I said earlier, crushes the ring, and then the robot butler sort of glows or whatever, and it's all like, I guess he was connected to the ring.
Yeah. And Morgan's like, "Yes, you've proven yourself worthy once again,
That
once
was
more.
the real test. I needed to find someone who would say
Inherit my
I
factory."
needed someone who would tell me no to my face. And guess what? I have a bunch more of the crystal, of the time travel crystals, and I'll make more of rings, and it doesn't matter. I need you to come work for me, Josh Hutcherson. And he says,
And write me some blog posts.
you write me some blog posts on your blog. And Josh Hutcherson says, "No, I'm gonna go out on a date with my best gal." And he walks away from Morgan Freeman, and he turns down all of the money because the man who killed his sister is dead, and that's all he ever wanted in the first place. And he got the girl.
Yeah, and she's not an impulsive fucking crazy guy.
And then Morgan Freeman goes off with his robot butler and corners the market on time travel with someone else.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's 57 seconds.
Did we miss anything?
Oh, what did I have here?
I don't have anything, but I was just trying to like abbreviate my notes. So every time I talk about Morgan Freeman, I just wrote MF. So every time I look through it, it's all like, "Motherfucker gives him the ring."
Bad motherfucker.
Yeah, bad motherfucker. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there was one thing that I wanted to mention.
Okay.
With his big gambling winnings, Josh Hutcherson goes out and gets himself a convertible, but it's established that he lives in kind of a shitty neighborhood, like a crime-ridden neighborhood, and yet he gets like a fucking convertible that he parks outside of his place. Now,
and then Lovey Simone immediately goes, "Put that in a garage. What are you doing? You're an idiot."
But also, like, if his car is getting towed and that's his building, fucking, doesn't he have a parking pass? Why is the fucking tow truck taking away his car if that's right in front of his face?
Also, he won like all of his like casino winnings and whatever, and all he did was like beef up his already shitty apartment. Why not move to a better apartment?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways, 57 seconds.
57 seconds. Does it have a certain something, or is it a whole lot of nothing? We certainly had a lot of fun talking about it.
This was a little fun, fun discussion.
I was surprised how much fun we actually had talking about this, because I was watching this and I'm all like, my God, is there any material
The
here?
first thing I texted you when that movie was done was like, I think I chose poorly with this movie, but Yeah, this is a very dull movie. I think we made him fun, but it's stupid. It's boring.
It's not nearly as fun as a time traveling ring movie should be. I need it to be more archaic. I need it to be more. Like I said earlier, it needs to be like an '80s inspired, like canon films, schlock fest.
It needs to be a little. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit more whimsical. The serious moments take itself way too seriously. It hits most of these time travel movie cliches, anyways. It doesn't really follow its own rules in how the time travel is supposed to work. They just seem to drop it entirely and waste of Morgan Freeman.
The problem
also,
is,
it's really awkward when there's like nobody fucking around in any scene. This really does look like a cheap fucking movie.
it's a grim future, Jameson.
Yeah.
The population has just like died out considerably, and like only the strongest survived.
Yeah.
Because Sig Thornton fucking like wiped them all out with his cheap pharmaceuticals. We don't. The problem is we don't do schlock the way we used to do schlock. You know, like if it was like if this was just, I keep going back to this or whatever, but if this was more cheesy, if this was more winking, if this was more knowing, the problem is that with like the straight to streaming pipeline that we have now, we have like these movies that take themselves too seriously. They look too cheap. They look too computer generated, and it just takes you out of the experience. And what we need is a schlockier movie that knows that it's dumb. This is such a dumb premise, a dumb screenplay. It's about a time-traveling ring, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, and it takes
itself way too seriously. And it's like...
thinking that the strength of the script and the material is going to elevate everything else around it. But
as I said earlier, both the writer and director of this movie have a comedy background. So I wonder why this ended up as like this self-serious bore, like ultimately. And it's just like, make a movie that's like fun. Make a movie that like understands how stupid it is.
I think it says a lot that you and I both agree that the best scene in the movie was that comedic bit that they just did entirely as a like, here are the foibles of the trials and tribulations of a time travel situation.
Needed to be the tone of the entire movie. They got the tone of this movie correct for a single scene and nothing else.
I think that would also get a little tiresome because that's a clear indication of them just trying to pad the length if you're not going to do anything with it.
Well, I don't know. I would have had more fun with it.
Yeah, that's true.
But we had fun talking about it.
We always have a good time.
We always have a good time, and we hope you had a good time listening to Nothing Movies. That was 57 seconds, directed by Rusty Kundieff. Yes, Jameson.
Well, I was just going to say thank you for like listening to this because as of this recording, we are 149 episodes in the can.
The next one, we got a special little episode, and maybe there's a certain jolly old elf just around the corner. Yes,
it's Josh Hutcherson.
It's Josh. Yeah, Hutcherson on a shelf.
Yeah,
that's a product that they could make. Yeah, it's just all like elf on the shelf.
Monetize it, man. I mean,
it's just all like the career's not going great.
But
he's fine. He's got a.
It's not Morgan Freeman great.
No, well,
few things are.
Give it time. Yes, if you like this episode, please check out our back catalog of episodes where if you go further back into the catalog, you will notice that the podcast is called The Fuck Is This? Don't worry about it. I always say don't worry about it, but truly don't worry about it because it's the same show. It's me, it's Jameson. We're both here. We're both talking about movies. Sometimes there's guests, sometimes there isn't. But ultimately, we're just having a laugh. We're just having some fun. Don't worry about it. Hey, stop worrying about it. We'd like to thank Eddie Lamb for his fantastic theme music. You can follow us on some of the social media, not all of the social media, because some of the social media is bad. Actually, all of the.
I argue most social media.
Arguably, all the social media is bad. But
look at our pages. We do fuck all with.
It's great, but like you can see some things. Yep. You can see if we have a guest, you can see what their faces look like. That's one thing we do with it.
Yeah.
We tell you when episodes drop. That's a way that you can know.
And that's it.
That.
Yeah.
And then if
we don't reply to comments, we don't check our email.
You can forward the link to your aunt and say this is a thing I listened to, and she could answer back and say I don't know what this is. Why did you send this to me? And you can.
I told you never to contact me again.
Why? Yes, exactly. We are estranged. You know why?
You send me garbage like this.
You can follow me.
Yeah.
I'm on Letterboxd. I log all of these movies, so you can follow me.
So you don't have to.
You don't have to do it, but you can do it if you want to. I'm Kaz Lesk.
I'm Jameson Raptor. I used to make cartoons. I'll make cartoons again someday. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's on Slim Jim. And in the great words of the great Morgan Freeman,
Do the voice now.
get busy living or get busy dying.
And did your friend crawled through a mountain of shit to come out smelling clean on the other end? Ho ho!
I fight for Robin Hood.